Thursday walkthrough brought to you by Carle, the official healthcare provider of Fighting Illini Athletics. Welcome back to the Thursday walkthrough. Martin O'Donnell here again with Coach Lovie Smith. And Coach, how was your weekend?
A lot of fun and excitement. A little different feeling this weekend than we've had. You know, Martin, when you get to the homecoming weekend, so many homecoming activities going on, so many people that love the university. People have done so much for our program in town. You just want to end the weekend on a high note with a big victory, and we couldn't have drawn it up any better than that.
Well, I know you've talked a lot about this already, and certainly we'll get into it a little bit here. But one of the things that really struck me in watching the game was, first of all, the defensive performance, of the team, and really stuck out to me, team defense, and thinking about it, really kind of the center of that defense right now is seniors. I mean, the spine of that defense between Tymier Oliver and Jamal Milan and Dele Harding and Stanley Green. I mean, how great is it to have experience in those key positions with a game like this, the number 6 team coming in, they're going to try to run the ball at you. How helpful is it to have that experience right up the heart of the defense?
Well, I think you hit it on the nose. It's critical for the defense. I mean, in order for our defense to work, it is about the middle of our defense. You mentioned inside guys. It always starts there. Tymier Oliver had his best game. Jamal Milan's a good football player. He plays that way. Dele Harding is having about as good a senior year as you can have. And the last piece of it was Stanley Green. He had been out for a while. So special time, their last time around, of course, they wanted to go out the right way, and they showed leadership throughout. Nobody ever lost confidence in us being able to get the job done.
Well, and there's been talk about tackling. Certainly, anytime a defense struggles, tackling is a part of it. But was it just me, or tackling is an effort thing, right? And the effort and the intensity there really seemed to be ratcheted up last week.
It definitely was. I mean, when you have a team like Wisconsin coming in, of course that helps a little bit, but it was a must. We've seen the games when we haven't had success, when we have missed a lot of tackles. First thing about making a tackle is to get multiple guys there. We played hard throughout, and we had the least amount of explosive plays that we've given up. All of those things lead to you hanging in there and then finding a way to win at the end, which we're able to do.
Well, and you're talking about explosive plays, looking at the other side of the ball now, offensively, coming in, playing a defense like Wisconsin's. I mean, you have to get some explosive plays on offense just to release some of that pressure. I mean, the first play, the touchdown to Donnie Navarro, I mean, what did that do for the offense in terms of giving them confidence?
Well, they hadn't given up a lot of points. Yards rushing, they were just top of the charts on just about every defensive category. So you take that as a challenge. And but we felt like we could, if we could buy a little bit of time, that we could have some shots like that in the passing game. And for a guy like Donnie Navarro, it's not like Donnie has been, a starter for us. He took advantage of a great opportunity, but that was a great play. Once we got that, gave the entire team momentum, really.
Well, and the one thing that you're obviously very vocal about is wanting to have this team be able to continue to run the football. And Reggie Corbin, another one of those explosive plays. I mean, Reggie's been close on a couple this year, but really good to see him bust one there.
Yes, I mean, Reggie's capable of that. Of course, he can make you miss in open field. And it was a situation, it was a time in a game where we needed to do that, to bust one. All those things, big pass pattern against them for a touchdown, that hadn't happened, gave us confidence. Big running play gave us confidence, which led to Dre Brown being able to really solidify our running game. And what a great job he's done throughout the season, but especially in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, tremendous job running and really, icing it there and just keeping that vision of him with the spin and just keeping his legs churning, protecting the football. I mean, one of the things is I kind of reflected back a little bit on Saturday and is how great football is in terms of kind of a microcosm of life. I mean, the opportunity for redemption. I mean, Bebe goes and winds up fumbling the ball, but he's able to come back and get the touchdown. Devin Witherspoon gets beat inside, but then rallies to make the tackle, and there's a stop. Brandon Peters, takes a couple of sacks, but then is able to sidestep. I mean, those are the life lessons you teach these guys about, right?
Absolutely. It's first off, when adversity comes your way, you got to be able to handle it. It's coming. Not is it coming? It's coming. You have to be able to respond to it a certain way. All those guys that you talked about, things went against them early on. But in football, too, it's always about how you finish. And each one got an opportunity to redeem themselves. And we've been playing our best football at the end of games, and that's what it's all about. And that goes back to all the way back to all-season conditioning, summer workouts, all of that, and a mindset that we can maintain a level of play longer than you can.
Have you? So you've seen that kind of that this year in terms of the team in the fourth quarter have a little bit more juice, a little bit more gas.
Absolutely, we're playing our best ball. Some of our best plays that we're really focusing in on is how we played at the end. Right up until, of course, there's a lot of things that goes into being able to kick a field goal, protection across the board, the snap. But everybody, it took defense first off getting the ball back to get offense a chance, offense getting the ball down there. All three phases had to really step up with their game, and we saw that at the end.
Well, and just touch back on that, redemption within the microcosm of a game. Earlier, James McCourt misses a field goal, but is able to come back and hit that. I mean, what went through your mind leading up to the snap and as that ball sailed through the uprights?
Well, no one is perfect. And we knew that, James is a good kicker. He's kicked that way throughout. And when someone has some disappointment early on, you always want to see them get another chance. And it just worked out that way for us to get the ball there for him to do it. And he stepped up. It's not like it almost went in right down the middle of the field. But you just look at what, not just for him, he had to win the battle in training camp. So he's worked pretty hard to get in this position.
Well, and looking forward this week to Purdue, obviously last year's homecoming, the Boilermakers came in here and, to put it mildly, beat us up pretty good.
Yes, they did.
What's the mentality and the focus of the team this week as we head to West Lafayette?
Well, I mean, they did. Homecoming here, we remember it, and a lot of us are still here on both sides of the football. We didn't play well. But you want a second chance. When things don't go your way, you want a second chance, and we get a second chance, so we're excited. Good football teams don't just win one big game. After you reach a level of play, you see that from then on, and that's what we're hoping for.
Yeah, well, we got heading over there to play the Boilermakers. Have you taken many train trips in your life?
A few. When we say train trips, you can get from Champaign to Chicago. Are you counting that as a
I'm talking trip? a little
longer.
longer.
I thought maybe. No, I have not. But that's something that I want to do someday, is take a long train trip across the country.
Would you prefer to fly, take a train, or drive a car? Planes, trains, or automobiles? Which one is it?
Definitely. I would say a train, because I fly because I have to.
Yeah.
And I'd rather someone else drive me instead of me having to drive it, so it would definitely be a train ride.
Oh, that sounds good. I like it. But we're busing over to Purdue, right?
Yes, we are. Some things you have to do, all right?
Okay.
It's a part of it. I'd rather bus than fly. So it's a short tradition to drive over for Purdue. We're looking forward to it.
Okay. Well, Coach, nice game last week. Thank you for making time, and thank you for stopping by the Thursday Walkthrough. The Thursday Walkthrough brought to you by Carle, the official healthcare provider of Fighting Illini Athletics.
Looking for a card that gives you more? Illini Visa Rewards Card. Earn points every day to fly any airline, anytime, no blackout dates. The Illini Visa Rewards Card. Available only through U of I Community Credit Union.